All right, so OpenAI just introduced Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can create videos of up to 60 seconds featuring highly detailed scenes, complex camera motion, and multiple characters with vibrant emotions. All right, I have that on the upload. Prompt, beautiful snowy Tokyo City is bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city streets following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy weather and shopping at nearby stalls. Gorgeous sakura petals are flying through the wind along with the snowflakes.
I believe they didn't say the city was bussin'. I mean, what kind of AI model is this?
Okay, so what we're looking at right here is shocking. This
Yes.
is not Will Smith eating spaghetti.
And so this one's crazy, but there's one or two. I just briefly skimmed the article where I think your mind is going to be blown if you're thinking about previous gen AI video. But this is crazy by itself.
Video?
Like just the previous generation of AI.
Yeah.
Video.
I mean, obviously
right?
there was like if you check this out. So I did catch something that was a little awkward. Watch this girl walking.
Yep.
For a second, and you'll notice that it gets really odd with the perspectives right here. Like, look at this. She's like walking on top of whatever that is. She like kind of flows through that thing, so it just looks awkward. And then it kind of looks more normal now. But still, there was like that awkward weirdness there for a second.
Yep. And they're like too tall for some stuff. Like, look how much taller they are than. But even so, you typed in a paragraph and they got this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Like, look at these poor little steaks right here. Right here.
Yeah.
They're like the size of her thumb. Like, who eats a steak that big? Look at that little steak.
Maybe they're just giants. I guess we don't really know. They didn't say regular sized humans, to be fair.
To be fair, they did. Okay, so you're saying that there's some other ones like this one?
Yeah, so we go to the actual like blog post from the top.
Oh, we got one more video. We got one more video. Look at that one.
That actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What was the prompt for this?
That one was several giant woolly mammoths approach treading through a snowy meadow. Their long woolly fur lightly blows in the wind as they walk. Snow-covered trees and dramatic snow-capped mountains in the distance. Mid-afternoon light with wispy clouds and a sun high in the distance. There's no wispy clouds. They somehow got wispy clouds, meaning these guys are admitting just admitting what appears to be a volcano in the background.
Mammoths are creating the clouds. It did get a little bit confused about that. Yeah,
it did. Okay, so let's hear. I got the article up. Let's look at this article. Yeah. Creating video from text. Okay, all videos of this page were generated directly by Sora without modification. Oh, cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Oh,
the crazy thing is
cool.
without modification. You know, like even if they're hand picking, it's still wild.
Yeah, it's still
to get
really
this with
good.
No modification.
Really? This is what?
So this is where I was like, I don't know why they picked the one of them walking in the town. Even just this first one, crazy.
Yeah, this one definitely has like Uncanny Valley with her feet on the ground. But besides for that, like perspective obviously is really hard. But dang.
But if you wanted to take this,
they're literally doing art perspective from a 7th grader, but everything else is incredible.
But like so their feet clip poorly with the ground. All right, so just zoom the video in 15% and you're done. You know what I mean?
I guess you wouldn't have been able to tell me that right here this was a fake person.
And the crazy thing is like the reflections. So this is the thing that's like really blowing my mind right now is everything I've seen up until now for like AI video stuff, right? They can never figure out like what it means for something to be a reflection or like for things to interact in an environment at all, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild. The reflection in the glasses.
Yeah, and this like see the dark part right here versus the 2 bright spots on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So it does like kind of actually make it happen. This
like actually, so it's like, sure, you can find problems with it, but also if you're like watching a movie, you're not actually looking at the background people. Like, you know, there's like all those videos on YouTube of people like picking apart random background actors or stuff. And it's like, yeah, well, you never noticed because you're watching the thing that's in the middle of the screen. That's crazy.
Fun fact, Teenage Wolf. Did you ever watch Teenage Wolf? I believe with Michael J. Fox. I think he was the Teenage Wolf.
I don't
or
think
High
so.
School Wolf, something like that.
What? Did I just
Anyways,
become tiny?
you did. TJ, are you tiny? Oh man, oh crap, I did that. My bad. My bad. My bad. Here, bring you back up
They're
full
finding
screen.
out, dude. It's an AI. Don't let them know.
AI filter this whole time. Oh, so anyways, the show with I believe Michael J. Fox. It's like High School Werewolf or something along those lines.
I don't know the show.
A guy in the background during the official release drops trow, runs during the final scene, just dick out and everything. I mean, it's in movie theaters. It's fantastic.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my
You gotta
goodness.
go check it out. It's pretty funny because it's like a classic high school like basketball game or something that they all do, and then it's just some dude in the background just raging, just raging it out. Okay, that's crazy. That's so good. All right,
so but
today,
then there's like a ton of other ones from here too. Like, did it not have the left and right arrows on that one or no? I don't remember.
I don't see any left. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's more. Okay, there's
so
the woolly mammoths.
Yep. And the prompt for this is just a movie trailer, right? And it like says stuff and it remembers all the things. This also makes me question, like, how is ChatGPT not able to write my code anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we?
I'll tell you why ChatGPT can do this, but not be able to write your code. It's actually really simple.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. When it comes to your eyeballs, you actually have quite a bit of leeway. If you drop one frame and you're going from say 60 frames to 59 frames, most people can't even notice it at all. Like 99.9%. Only the 14-year-olds thinking they're ninja, snorting Adderall. Those are the only ones that actually can tell when something is dropped. And so your eyes are very, very willing to let go of things. Whereas if they tried to do sound, you would hear a lot more of it. But code requires 100% precision. You can't get it 85% correct. It just doesn't work.
That's true.
And so this thing, even though if it's like 90% correct, like that guy walking in the background, then he's just gone. Like that's effing up the whole thing.
Right. Yep.
The whole thing's broken. Code doesn't work.
Unless it was supposed to be like that. But yes.
Yeah. Okay, that looks real. I would have just assumed this is real.
To be fair, that one could be literally just a copy of a real video.
Copyright, just real video right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy though.
Yeah, the water is really good. I guess that makes sense because in a sense, like water is so chaotic and so like you can't really tell. It's probably too complex for my eyeballs to really understand that it's wrong.
Right. And your brain kind of is just like, yeah, it's water hitting stuff. Like, okay. You're like, okay, that seems fine. Yeah, I've seen that. R.I.P. Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar's dead. I mean, their flame kind of sucked. I'll give you that. The flame's not that great. All right, so it looks like everything's pretty good. Oh, this one's really cool with the paper. That's pretty cool. These paper model styles. That's super cool. That's really, really
it'll
cool.
be so cool to see people like mix art styles of things.
So today, Sora is becoming available to red teamers to assess critical areas for harms or risks. A Pixar AR poster about to have its own content. Let's go. We are also granting access to a number of visual artists, designers, and filmmakers to gain feedback on how to advance the model to be most helpful for creative professionals.
For that big strike they all just had, the the writers and actors guild and stuff. They're like, before we didn't really believe it was possible, but now we watched Sora, so we're gonna go back on everything we said before.
Writers Guild is like, we're never gonna do this. VFX people are like, oh, what do you got there? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm totally in for this. This is gonna cost so much money. I can't imagine that this is cheap.
I have no idea if they say in the article or not, but like, how long did it take to render a video?
That's a good idea. We're sharing our research progress early to start working with and getting feedback from people outside of OpenAI and to give public sense of what AI is capable or what AI capabilities are on the horizon. Okay, so there's all this kind of stuff. You have a bunch of this. Okay, super cool. Very complex scene. You would assume this is just right out of Blazing Saddles. Would have no idea that it's not. All right.
Yeah.
Sora is able to generate complex scenes with multiple characters, specific types of motion, and accurate details of the subject and background. The model understands not only what the users has asked for in the prompt, but also how these things exist in the physical world. Okay. There's that perspective part again. It's not very good about that part. Oh, it even shifted the car a little bit going off the side. That was okay. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Can we cycle through some of these ones?
Okay.
That they're still like they're still okay, because this was the
Oh,
one that I
one's
saw
cool.
that blew my mind.
Whoa, that was so good.
Because I have not seen like a video that demonstrates this capability of like the reflection and keeping the subject the whole time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
super good. That was right there. That was super good.
and yeah, everything about it is just crazy. Like that it's distorted, right? That it looks like it's from some like, you know, IRL streamer's camera, and then you see them in their one is
and she's holding a phone. You can actually see the phone right now, and then it comes into view and then goes out. That was really good. That one's pretty crazy. Let's see if they have any more that are pretty crazy. This just looks like a standard tourist.
Dude, you're gonna be, instead of having to spend $1 billion to make Rings of Power, maybe they can like spend 500 million instead and have it be just as bad.
Yeah, that's about right.
They won't have to go. They won't have to go and film things on set. They can just do all the big action scenes from there.
What is this?
So these ones too are crazy, right? Because the prompt has two different subjects, so it's wild to see them be able to track the two subjects the whole time, right? Because like I don't know if you've tried to do prompting for like image stuff before, and then
it gets off really quickly.
Like I want a guy riding a camel, and so then it always makes like a dude with a camel face or something like that, right? And you're like, no, I wanted two subjects in the picture, like two of them, you know. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's see. A large orange octopus is seen wrestling on the bottom of the ocean floor, bending with its. Oh my goodness! Stop moving. Oh gosh, I can't stop it. Hold on. CSS is hard. All right, there we go.
They've made AI video, but they cannot render the text on the website.
the text keeps shifting because this counter right here. The counter slightly shifts, and it shifts everything. With the sandy, rocky terrain, its tentacles are spread out around its bodies, and its eyes are closed. The octopus unaware of the king crab that is crawling towards it from behind the rocks, its claws raised and ready to attack. The crab is brown and spiny, with long legs and antennae. The scene is captured from a wide angle, showing the vastness and depth of the ocean, and the water is clear and blue, and the rays of sunlight filter through. The shot is sharp and crisp with high dynamic range. The octopus and the crab are in focus, while the background is slightly blurred, creating a depth of field effect.
That's crazy. That is exactly what they got.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I want this so bad for like B-roll content for YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, this would be the greatest B-roll content of all time on YouTube.
Like, you can make so many memes. I can't wait. And you're like, like, I feel so dumb being like, dude, I cannot wait to make so many memes with this. But then it's like, this technology is going to potentially destroy the world.
Yeah. Let's talk about the destroying world one. Hold on. What is going on in this one? This one seems all wrong.
So I think this section said these are the areas where it's failing right now.
Proper use of a treadmill. This is the greatest reason why it can't code for us right now.
This is JavaScript on the back end right here.
This is JavaScript on the back end. Ain't no way this is working out.
Yeah.
Hey, guy on a treadmill.
Download that video right now and then tweet after this. This is JavaScript on the back end.
That puppy had a puppy. Oh, they're having puppies.
Whoops.
Oh, that's the perspective problem.
Yeah. Right, or broken physics too.
Yeah.
Well, this one asked it to explode, right? Isn't that what it says?
Yeah, but still, it's really funny that bam, and another ball's flying through the air.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those videos you watch in reverse.
Yeah. This looks like watching like Tenet or something. You know, you know the one where they do the reverse time thing. That's what it looks.
This one says archaeologists discover a generic plastic chair in the desert, excavating and dusting it with great care.
That would be a pretty crazy discovery to discover a plastic chair like that
in the desert. especially one that floats away.
Yeah.
It just keeps like that. That's actually an alien.
Even this, I feel like, would be great for memes. Like when it does something that's so impossibly ridiculous, I'm like, oh, I would love to use this in a meme.
Yep. The interesting chair aspect ratio. That chair just gets all weird. All right. So this is super cool. Safety. So what is the safety? I'm curious what they consider the safety problems, because obviously number one, internet porn.
I think number one is probably like impersonating people, not just for porn, right? But like before, it was really hard to make like a deep fake of someone saying something else, right? Now you could just be like, what do you think is
going to be the biggest problem, though? Do you think that's going to be the biggest problem?
I don't know. It has the potential to probably do like the most damage, like societally, right? Like if you can just say that, let's say
it requires in-personness more and more, right? It's just going to kind of prevent. I'm saying
like you could just write, so and so drops bomb on this like hospital or something, right? And then like post that really happened.
Yeah.
And then like
politics,
get a bunch of like we already have people that don't like to tell the truth about everything, both sides, etc. Right? So it's like, and it's just going to be so easy because you just literally write it out, right? You just like. Say it. So I don't know. So I'm not sure. I think the porn one is going to be really bad though. Like
the thing that worries me about the porn one isn't that there's going to be porn of celebrities. Like that has, that's kind of like, that's been a consistent problem, but it's going to be the 9th grade boy taking the 9th grade girl in his class and them generating porn from it, and then causing like, now you have like a whole new set of issues that are just like, taking advantage of people, like the one-to-one taking advantage, not famous person being taken advantage of, which is already kind of like,
there's the like revenge side of it, which is really bad. And then there's also, I think, sort of like the
interpersonal stuff is wild.
Interpersonal stuff, and as well as just like then you have basically like you can it's going to be like Brave New World, right? Like where you just sit down in the pleasure machine and then that's all that you want, right? Instead of like doing real things, you can like generate all the things that you want here. And that one I think is also really scary, right? So like on personal levels, I think those are way scarier than like misinformation or disinformation. But I do I'm worried like there's going to be a war that gets started. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it would be that would be also really bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say the one good thing though that comes from all this is that people stop trusting the internet, which I think would be a much better thing. Is that you cannot look at headlines or images, and you can't do any of that. It has to purely be like you have to go and like look at the thing itself. If you want to know if someone said it, you have to like literally be there, or else it's probably all fake.
I do think, at least hopefully, people will be less trusting, and more suspicious. Yeah.
Dang. This is actually wow. This is a huge iteration. I mean, I'm not an AI accelerationist. I still think we're gonna hit like kind of a wall where it's just like it's not that great. I'm not in the that it's gonna keep on improving at the rate we're currently seeing it. I'm just not on.
Although to be
team.
fair, I would not have predicted Sora either. Like, I thought we were kind of far away from this.
I don't know. I don't think we're that. I mean, this isn't that much further away from the what's it called? This is significantly better than the Will Smith eating spaghetti one, but it's not dramatically better.
But it's not so much about it being better, I think, though. It's like about that the accessibility of it is so much bigger.
Oh yeah,
right.
Okay,
like
that's fine. That's fine.
Right. So it's like so much easier to be widespread, right, and so much harder to find out like who did it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like before, if there's only 10 people in the world who can make convincing deepfakes, you like find the people, you're like, who did this? But now it's going to be like, it's going to be super easy to like pretend Joe Rogan endorsed your ad, or like Mr. Beast is doing a giveaway or something. Right. And you're like scamming people, or that it's like, here's a picture of a person, make a video of them like kidnapped by people. And now they're going to like call the grandma and like scam the grandma into sending money to like save their kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already really hard for those people to do it, even when it's not like super, even when it should be obvious. It's clearly not my granddaughter. It's a guy on the other end of the line, like of a different, ethnicity or something, right? And they still fall for it. Right. So then now it's going to be like, oh, they have a video that looks convincing of your daughter like kidnapped. They're going to send it. Right. So it's like, so there's like this whole, I think the accessibility of the technology is like somewhat frightening.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Accessibility is a very interesting thing because that's the thing that's going to cause the most amount of like distributive problems.
Yes. Right.
You know, there is definitely something about it being more constrained, but I mean, the positive note is that Kit Boga probably is going to have an incredible,
dude.
AI
the content
maze,
though.
The content for the AI maze is going to be out of this world.
The content, I like. It's so goofy because like I know it's, it's just like dumb, but you're like, man, there'll be so many funny. There will be, I think, like a bunch of really funny and hilarious, like really interesting and beautiful things made too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this lets somebody like make a whole movie basically by themselves, maybe, right? And there's a bunch of people who are super funny who like would never get into Hollywood or something, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, you never get to see their movie, and now like we could see their movie. That's cool. I'm excited for that part. There's just a lot of other parts that are less exciting.
I like that. Okay, that's a really positive note. That little ending part. That was a really positive note. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised I am partially surprised that we're here already, but it also feels like it's not that shocking yet. I'm very curious if there will be an iteration that's actually going to be like big in a changing way. Because, all the things that have been released up to date, they're very cool, but none of them feel like they change my day-to-day life. Copilot's incredibly convenient. Yeah, if you make YouTube videos, this changes how I can get B-roll if I get access to this. But it doesn't change, it doesn't actually change my life in any fundamental way. I used to have to go and buy for $500 a B-roll package. Now I'm going to have to go spend $500 generating a more precise B-roll package.
Yeah, and then yelling at it and then like tweeting about how like, man, I used to be able to get it to like generate a funny cloud guy. And now like I have to tell it 8 times to generate the funny cloud guy and don't respond with JSON, or something like
Yeah. And not only that, but like when Copilot or more importantly, when ChatGPT came out, I talked about this earlier, but there was this like amazement factor that I was kind of already built into me. Like I haven't seen something this good yet. And so when I'm watching it and it's going, I'm like, I think I'm kind of like tricking myself to how cool it is. And then now that I've been using it for a while, I feel like it's gone dramatically downhill, but I actually don't think it's gone dramatically downhill. I just think my expectations have gone up. They've risen with the times, and it's actually not as good as my initial perspective.
Yeah, you're not on the honeymoon with it anymore, right? You're like, it actually does bother me that ChatGPT does this. I can't just look over this fact.
Yeah. And because when I first did, I was like, make a dice game. And it's like, here's a dice game. I'm like, wow, that's mostly a dice game. Like I'm just like shocked that it worked. And now I'm just like, dude, just generate me the Python code already.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do wonder what this will do towards. So like the main ways that I could see this potentially changing like day-to-day life is well, we already talked about like the disinformation. Like our day-to-day lives won't be affected by the fact that this can generate porn probably, and people will find out ways to do that because that's not our jam. But but I think maybe it will change quite a bit of the way that people generate like online content. So like maybe there will be like a bunch of really interesting like TV style shows, right? Or like music video, right? Or something like before
Joe Biden
it would
versus
be just like
Trump AI arguing will now just get better.
No, I was thinking more like the guy who has an idea for a show, right? For like a TV show. He can never get enough funding to like make the show. Maybe it's like, super niche or like, right. But so like, maybe you'll be able to find like really niche, like content that will be really funny for you, but that would never get funded because like, it's not going to attract the same people that laugh at the Big Bang Theory jokes. Right. And so like, so I don't know. So it's possible. I think that could like, I don't know. I don't really like saying democratize, blah, 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 because there's no democracy about it. But like, spread the ability of people to be able to make like a bunch of those like kinds of content. That could be really fun.
Yeah. People are saying something that guy, Def Not Forklift Certified. Dude, I know. If you weren't watching that Forklift Certified guy. it was bothering me how many weird things were going on with. Oh dang it! Hold on, you just gotta look at it because it was.
Yeah,
It was
it's
more
a good one.
wrong. It was more wrong than the rest I've seen.
It's in the last one. It's to the left of
Yeah.
the
Here it is, right here. So the guy starts off on what appears to be the right side of the forklift, right here. He turns the corner, splits into two people, just runs over that guy, turns his car, and crap's wild. Whatever's going on there. Now he's on the left-hand side. Oh man.
To be fair, maybe like they make forklifts like that. We have things that can turn a prompt into a video now. So maybe it's like a.
Maybe it is what it is.
I'm also interested to see if we experience the same problem of like people generating tons of code with Copilot and then like it's training on more videos. Like, are we going to experience this generating more AI artifacts as time goes on? I don't know. We'll have to see. We can't get it. We can't get access yet. So
yeah, we can't get access. This is unaccessible.
Hey, Sam, we know you're watching. I know you watched all our last videos about the drama. That's why you came back.
We were rooting for you, Sam. We were rooting.
Yeah, I know that's why you came back.
We thought you were the devil. We're not sure which one.
There was like 50-50, like he's going to save the world or he's the Antichrist. We're still like undecided, but either way, if you want to give us access, we'd love it. We could make another video.
Yeah, we would. We'd make another video. TJ and I would make a little video for you.
Yeah, true.
Advertising. Be the superhero. You'd be the superhero.
Oh, we could make a feature-length movie of Zack Snyderverse with Sam Altman as Superman, but good.
Damn, TJ, you just hit so many people with that one swing. so many things just went wrong with that one phrase.
The name is the Hollywoodogen.
Bam!